perspective on all of this breaking news in light of the testimony of two of the people who were on that chat when they testified before the Senate yesterday?
Yeah, Kate, given what we now know, these new details from the Atlantic laying out how this strike is going to unfold, what fighter jets are going to be carrying out these strikes, what time the bombs are going to drop, it does appear that Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence, and John Ratcliffe, the CIA Director, may have misled or even lied to the Senate Intelligence Committee just yesterday. They were asked specifically whether this chat included information on the strike packages, on operational details, on the timing, and on the targets. And they either said they weren't aware or that no, it was not included on this chat. Here's a bit of their exchange with Senator Martin Heinrich of New Mexico. Take a listen.
So I'm curious, did this conversation at some point include information on weapons packages, targets, or timing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Director Gabbard, same question.
Same answer, and defer to the Department of Defense on that question.
Well, those are two different answers, but you're saying that was not part of the conversation.
To my knowledge.
The precise operational issues were not part of this conversation.
Correct.
Gabbard saying there that precise operational details were not part of that conversation. Kate, what we're looking at here this morning from the Atlantic are precise operational details. You also have the question to Ratcliffe about information on weapons packages, targets, and timing. He said that he wasn't aware of that. What we're looking at here, again, we have the weapons packages. The first strike package due to be launched at 12:15 on those F-18s. The targets, it's true, they do not name the specific person who is being targeted, but later on, after that person was hit, Mike Waltz identifies him as their top missile guy who was walking into his girlfriend's building. And when Ratcliffe was asked about timing and said he wasn't aware of it, clearly Pete Hegseth here was laying out the timing. So what the top two intelligence officials in this country told those senators in the Senate Intelligence Committee flies in the face of what we now see printed in the Atlantic. So obviously that is going to be a real area for the House members to explore this morning. And I just want to reiterate the operational security risks here. Imagine, if you will, that Mike Waltz, who created this group, had included someone else. We know that he speaks with the Russians. We know that he speaks with other foreign officials. What if one of those foreign officials had a similar name to Jeffrey Goldberg or a similar name to whoever meant to be included, because we know Waltz meant to include someone else? It so easily could have been someone aside from Jeffrey Goldberg who would have been included, who could have then fed that information to the Houthis, who then would have put American service members in danger. That is really the crux of the issue here, Kate.
Well said. Alex, thank you so much. Alex is going to continue to work this. We'll get back to you. Thank you, Alex.
All right, we are now joined again by our Brian Stelter, who has been on top of this from the very beginning, getting the fact that these texts were now published in the Atlantic, saying a lot of things that don't match